Oh, hey YouTube, how are we doing? I didn't hear you come in. Take a seat, settle down, get comfortable. We are going to talk about, this is being filmed live if you're watching it on demand. We're going to talk about my Xbox 360 collection. But before we go any further, I'm just going to confirm that we are actually live. Sorry for talking silly. It's because a lot of the time I think I'm live and I'm not actually live. So give me 17 seconds just to confirm. Quick audio check. Because a lot of the time I think there we are live. Oh my god, we're live. Oh my god. How's my hair look? Oh my god. Please do not say fuck all bugger. I always press that thing. No, it's not made for kids. In the last 3 minutes, I probably my foul language that comes out of my mouth. Right, so this is my Xbox 360 collection 2024. Okay, so my YouTube channel is just over a year, 2 years. How old is it? What year is it? Where am I? Who am I? Just over a year. I don't know how long I've been. Is it 2 years? I can't even remember. I think I've done one of these videos last year. That's what I'm trying to say. I think a year. Just over a year old. I think. I don't know. Who am I? What? No, yeah, so a year ago, around about a year ago, I did my Xbox 360 collection video, okay? These videos are just as much for me as they are for you guys, if anyone takes the time to watch. I had a quick look at last year's video because they are for me as much as they are for you. And I said I had around about 80 games. And I just done a count and I've got 106 games for the Xbox 360. And it's been having quite a bit of love, especially the last week, okay? And when I'm out game hunting, it's a funny console, okay, the Xbox. When I'm out game hunting, I'm never like, I don't know if there's any holy grails on the system. I'm never like, oh, I need to check out the Xbox 360 collection. I always go Master System first, then Xbox, like the OG Xbox, kind of then everything else, I suppose. I don't know why. Maybe the PlayStation 1 as well, okay? But I've kind of, just over the last year, so I've gone from 80 to 106. So 26 games in the last year. I've just been chipping away, you know. I'll pick up a game. Oh yeah, I like the look of that. And the good thing with Xbox 360, well, I don't know, prices are on the incline as well, but they were very cheap. And you get a lot of a game for your money, okay? For example, my first game, I started playing this last night. Holy moly, what a great game. Ninja Gaiden 2. I think I paid no more than £2 for this game. And it is fantastic. Even now, it's a beautiful looking game, you know. It's a little bit challenging, but all the Ninja Gaiden games are challenging. Pazman90, Tony, how are you? All good? How are you? How's your week going? It's only Monday, I know. We had a hell of a shift in work. Everything was breaking. Toilets breaking. It was all our fault. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I hope you're having a good week. So you literally first game. Obviously, we're looking at my Xbox 360 collection, okay? Yeah, so I put this on last night. And wow, what can I say? It's fantastic fun. It's very hard. I had my ass kicked straight away. But it was one of those games, something just clicks. This is my experience with the Ninja Gaiden games. It just clicks all of a sudden, and then I'm just in the zone. Then all of a sudden, I'm all right at the game. Yeah, so I played that last night, and oh, what a great game. And it is an Xbox exclusive, only on Xbox 360. Great. So I don't think this is on the... No, they've redone... There's like a collection you can buy in the PlayStation Store. I think it's got the the original one on the Xbox, and the ones that came out on the PS3, I think. I don't think this one's in there. I could be wrong. Okay, but great game. Loads of fun with that. And the other game I've been playing this week is Halo Wars. Really good fun game again. Very addictive game. Put it this way, I played it pretty much all day Saturday and all afternoon on Sunday. I'm just doing the skirmishes. The story mode or campaign, I don't know if that's for me, but I've done every single map you can do in the skirmish. It's just so satisfying. Build a bit, it's like you building your base up, getting the currency, I'm not sure those cube things, building a bit of an army and going kind of like Command and Conquer style, isn't it? But they've really done it. A really good job of this, and it's very user friendly. It's just pick up and play. I didn't have to do the tutorial mode again or anything. I haven't played this game for a couple of years, and boy, what a fun old time that is. Pasman 90, I got an Xbox 360 S boxed. Great condition at the start of the year for £55. Nice. Really pleased with it, actually. My Xbox 360, I've not had a love-hate relationship. It's like it was a time to be alive, wasn't it? The red ring of death. Most Xbox 360 users would have experienced the red ring of death. And my first experience with it, I had no idea what it was. I didn't know it existed. I was very naive. I went from obviously Xbox and PS2 to the Xbox 360. I was a little bit late to the party as well. So I was unemployed when the Xbox 360 came out. Then I had 2 or 3 jobs, and I went from like nothing to loads of money. So I bought the Xbox 360, and the game, it's in the collection, Blue Dragon, massive JRPG, and it just red ring of death. I was like, what the hell? But the good thing is, Xbox or Microsoft looked after the customers, didn't they? It was no, if you had regular ring of death, literally, where I bought mine from Curry's, I was working there at the time, bring it in and just have another one straight away. And it happened 3 times in the space of 12 months. Fucking hell, I was done with it then, okay? But currently the one I've got now is my nephew's old one. My brother just gave it to me for my birthday 1 year, about 3 years this July ago. And yeah, I love it. I really am digging the Xbox 360. I got more nostalgia because I went from the Xbox 360 back in the day with the red ring of death. It put me off it. I had a little break from consoles. I think I just hung on to my PS2 for some reason. That was the only. There was a time when that's all I had in my flat anyway. And I went for PS3, so I got more memories, nostalgia for the PS3 compared to the Xbox 360. But it's a good system to collect for, because I haven't really got to break the bank with most of the games. I've got no idea what my most expensive game is in my collection. I will do my top 3 games. I'll do them now, because they're not actually my top 3 games right now, okay? But these are the 3, they're in no particular order, but it gives, just to give you an idea of the kind of games I was into back then. So we had, this is one of my favourite stealth games of all time, okay? Splinter Cell Conviction. What an amazing game. And when the first time I ever had an Xbox One, one of the first games I bought it the day the Master Chief Collection came out. I wanted it for the Halo Master Chief Collection and Rare Replay. Those 2 collections are what I would call system sellers, okay, and they're dirt cheap as well. And one of the first games I downloaded was this game, okay, but it's aged really well as well. Like, outstanding game that is. That was one of my favourite games back in the day. Gears of War 3. I was going to say Gears of War 2. That's the one I had. I think when I bought, one of the times I bought an Xbox, I think I bought an Xbox 360 when the Elite came out, and Gears of War 2 was in the box. But I don't know, I think the story mode and everything is better on this one. Great series as well. And I don't know what my favourite Halo game is. First I was going to say Halo 3, but I got to give it to Halo Reach. What an outstanding game. I do remember I had this the day it came out. And I remember either messaging someone, or I might have been such a nerd, I used to post stuff on Facebook, as if anybody cares, saying Halo Reach is the best first-person shooter I've ever played. I don't think I'll ever play another one ever again. And the only time I've ever felt like that about a video game was Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I remember saying to someone, I'm never going to play a fighting game ever again because this game is perfect. Okay, I got over 100 fighting games in my collection now, but at the time, this gave me that kind of, those feelings. I don't need to play another game in this genre. This game is perfect. Again, it does hold up, still a very good looking, beautiful looking game, you know. So it kind of, I was more into, like, I liked my fighting games. I've always liked my fighting games, okay? But this was a time where maybe I peaked with the first person shooter, kind of stealth, military shooting kind of games, you know. If it had a gun in it, I was gun-ho with it, you know. Okay, so these are the newer games I've got. So I got Superbike World Championship, or Superbike, is it 10? I'm not sure, or X. I don't know, I haven't played it yet. I bought it, I think this was the last time I went game hunting. It cost me 99 pence. But there was loads of good racing games on the PS3 and the Xbox 360, wasn't there? And they all looked really, really good. Looking forward to playing this. I've watched a documentary recently about the Saboteur. And it's Pandemics. It's one of their final games, I think. Or did they get bought out? It's one of their original, as far as I know, I might be completely wrong. It's one of the Pandemic's final game, the original team. It's one of their final games. And I don't know what, I was aware of it when it came out, because I remember one of the boys, when I was living in Cheltenham, one of the boys bought an Xbox 360, and this was the game he was on about playing. And he was telling me about it, and he was saying it's amazing. But there must have been another game, maybe like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or something came out. It was another big hit came out around at the same time. So I wasn't even looking at this because my attention was elsewhere. Or was it Batman Arkham Asylum? It might have been one of those kind of times that came out, you know. How many games did you say you had for the Xbox 360? 106. I had 80 last year, and I've got 106 on my account this year. Again, I don't know how much money some of these games I paid 50 pence for in CEX, you know. I don't know what my most expensive Xbox 360 game is, looking at my collection. I wouldn't want to guess. Maybe maybe I got Persona 4 Arena, maybe that. But no, I don't tend to spend a lot of money on the Xbox 360. I don't know if any of the games are really collectible, you know. I still haven't played this. Project Sylphid. I'm not trying to pronounce it again. It's another one of those only on Xbox games. And it's a flying game. Okay, like a 3D shooter, spaceship thing. It looks like a game that's the flying missions from the Halo in outer space. Is that Halo Reach? I think it's like that kind of... That's the vibes it gave me when I saw it anyway. Haven't played it yet. Now, I'm kind of in the mood to play these. Command & Conquer Kane's Wrath. Yeah, I'm definitely in the mood to play this because I've been playing the Halo Wars. And that game's inspired by these, isn't it? It includes something, I don't know. But yeah, I might have had this back in the day. I definitely had one of the Command & Conquer games. Or was it Command & Conquer on the PlayStation? I think there might have been, you know. Red Alert, that's the one I played. Crisis 3, this is a game I had back in the day. Remember it? Visually, it was fantastic, okay? I think it had like an 8 out of 10. But it was just something missing. I don't know. It wasn't a Halo. It wasn't a Call of Duty. I don't know why I don't know. I just don't know. But I saw it. It was like £1 or something. It's definitely worth that, you know. Oh, and I bought this in Cardiff Gaming Market. The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings Enhanced Edition. And I paid £6 for it. That was the first thing I bought. First stall I went up to. And it's the posh version or whatever, you know. So happy days. Haven't played it yet. Looks really, really good. I'm not expecting it to be as good as The Witcher 3, okay? But yeah, I do like the story and everything of those games. Pasma90, do you have any favourite games on the 360, or are you building it up until the end of the video, lol? No, I just did my 3 favourite games I've just done. So it would be Splinter Cell, Conviction, Gears of War 3 and Halo Reach. They were my favourite games. Looking at my collection now, they're the 3 games. I suppose if someone said, what's the first 3 games you think of when you think of the Xbox 360? It'd be Halo Reach, Gears of War 3 and Splinter Cell Conviction. They are fantastic games and they've aged really well as well. Like, someone said to me, the PS3, I would say, well, King of Fighters 13, Street Fighter 4, and I don't know, maybe GTA 5 or The Last of Us. They're the, like the system seller games, if you like, you know. Okay. Oh, I was disappointed with this. There's a lot of hype around this game. Perfect Dark Zero. This is one of the first games I bought when I had an Xbox 360. And very early on, I thought this is nowhere near as good as the one that came out on the Nintendo 64. Again, if I'm thinking Nintendo 64, the games I think of is GoldenEye, Killer Instinct Gold, and probably Perfect Dark. They're the big 3 for me, I suppose, off the top of my head, you know. But the one on the N64 is far superior to this. It's alright, but I clearly remember it. I think it was one of the first levels where this scientist guy ran past me. Very detailed, high HD looking guy running past. They all like, he had the white coat on. Then another one would run past and he was exactly the same. Then another one, where his pens were exactly the same. And I thought, it's just a cheap rehash of the skin kind of thing, you know. So I don't know. I haven't watched. Maybe there was something going on with Rare. I don't know, or was it where they were bought out or something like that? But it doesn't feel like it's made by the same people that made the original one, you know. Pasma90, great advice. Cheers, Tony. I will have to play. I love Splinter Cell Blacklist. That's another good one. That is a very good game as well. I love the Splinter Cell games. I much prefer, maybe it's an unpopular take, they're similar, but they're not exactly the same kind of games. I'm a Splinter Cell guy over Metal Gear Solid any day of the week. I think I've completed every single Splinter Cell. Every one I've ever played, I think. I've definitely done the 3 that came out on the Xbox. I've done Conviction loads of times. Conviction, right? Splinter Cell Conviction is probably the only game I can complete on ultra hard mode. Whatever the highest difficulty, I know I used to know every single secret, everything about that game, you know, where every corridor goes and everything like that, okay? Yeah, great game. Right. Persona. Quake 4, okay? So the reason I've got 2, right, is they are identical, but the first one I bought, okay, fine, but it doesn't say anything. There's a bonus disc basically, but it comes in like that, right? So in CX, it's not an expensive game. It's something like £2 in the charity shops, in the cash generator kind of places. You're looking around about £2. Last time I checked, it might be more now. It might be less now. You might get lucky and have that disc in there as well, okay? And if you get that bonus disc, okay, it's got documentaries on there. Really good documentaries about the making of the game. And the guys are so passionate when they're talking about the making. They love what they do, do you know what I mean? They probably wouldn't want to do any other job in the world, that's what it came across to me, than work on the Quake franchise. but it's also got Quake 2 on there, okay? And the Quake 2, it's got the modern controls, so you can buy it on the PlayStation Store, okay? Now, it's quite within the last year. It's quite new that quite recent that they've added it, again, with the modern controls, because I own Quake 2 on the PlayStation and the N64, and both times I tried to play it, they're not hard games, but they're hard because you're fighting against the controls. I'm like, how did I finish these games back in the day? But we didn't know any different back then, did we? It's just really hard. I struggle to go back to how first-person shooters used to be, okay? But if you're lucky, you can get that bonus disc, like I said, with all the extra features and everything. Yes, it does actually say in the back then. So in CX, you really should, yeah, it does say on that one as well. But those discs, because they're not in the proper, like now they'd have like another little drawer or something there, wouldn't you? Have like another place for the disc, but they just came like that, you know what I mean? It's a bit unfortunate, but how many people don't know or think it's hidden on the disc or something, you know? But no, it's the bonus disc is what you need. If you can find that for £2, bloody bargain that is, okay? Prince of Persia. I can't remember. I don't think I've actually played that one. I'm not sure. A lot of people say a lot of good things about these games. Is it the Sands of Time? That was the one I tried to play, and I wasn't fussed on it. Okay, but yeah, I do like the look. The graphic style is pretty cool on that game. Okay, Phantasy Star Universe. Anything by Sega, you know, it's going to be good. Haven't played this one. The one on the PlayStation 2, Phantasy Star Universe on the PS2 is the one I've played. I don't know what the difference is. Let me know in the comments. Another great racing game, Project Gotham Racing. What happened to this franchise? It's amazing, isn't it? All the Project Gotham games are really good. Look really good as well. Has this got bikes in it? Yeah, this is the one where you can play with motorbikes. This was actually given to me when my brother gave me the Xbox 360 for my birthday. Shout out to my brother. This is one of the games he gave me for free. Oh, awesome game alert, okay? Prey. Don't sleep on this game. I had no idea how expensive it is now. I originally had it. Funny story with this one. I bought it brand new when I was working in Curry's. We used to have these sales on, like buy 3 for £10, just to clear through the stock when the Xbox 360 was current gen. So like 3 for £10 or 3 for 15 was really, really cheap. And this was like the third game I bought. It might have been 4 for 20 or something like that. So I like the look of it. But I don't know, I don't know why it took me so long to play it. I think it sat on my shelf for 6 months or even a year. And of all people, it was my ex-fiancée. She was looking at my games, and she was a really good player too. She loved watching people play games. She wasn't like trying to take the controller off me or anything. Oh, my turn. She would, and sometimes we used to buy strategy guides and stuff like that. And she picked this. She goes, "Oh, what's this like? This looks good." And I was like, "Oh, I haven't actually played that. We'll play it tonight." So when she had a baby, not mine, when her baby was in bed, that's when we used to game, you know. So, yeah, it was nice. It was good times, you know, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And as well, if you like the mechanics, what's it called? Portal. The Portal and Portal 2, that franchise. Is it Portal 3 made by Valve? These guys did it before Portal did it, okay? It's kind of that kind of mechanics in this game as well, okay? It's quite a decent story to it as well, okay? Really, like, so immersive game that is, all right? I don't think it's expensive. If you see that game out there, definitely worth picking it up, okay? Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Great game. I didn't get into these when everyone else was playing them back in the day. I played this probably about, I think when I had the Xbox 360, the one I've got now, the one off my brother, I've only played it since then, okay? And I picked this game up for like £1 somewhere, or even 50p. It's quite a common game, isn't it? And I really can tell it's dated. The maps are very clunky, linear, I suppose. But for its time, it's a decent squad-based shooter. Okay, nice steelbook, Turok. This game gets a lot of hate, doesn't it? But I like it. I'm a fan. I'm a massive fan of Turok 2. That's another one. Don't I was saying system sellers? Thinking now on the N64, I'd say my favourite 3 games on Nintendo 64, Killer Instinct Gold, Perfect Dark, and Turok 2. I'd rather play Turok 2 than GoldenEye, and that's a big statement. That's a great game as well, GoldenEye. But I was a Turok guy, you know. I rinsed that game. But yeah, this one, they're not linked, though, the Turok games. They're not like, oh, what happened to that character? What happened to that character? I suppose Turok 3 is compared to after 2. But this one's a reboot of the franchise, I suppose. But it's set, Turok is set like super far in the future kind of thing, and happened to crash land this spaceship on a dinosaur planet. Yeah, it's all right, you know. It's an all right game. Again, they're not expensive, or I don't think they're expensive. The Adventures of Tintin. Don't laugh. I think this is a recommendation off someone on YouTube. Someone was doing hidden gems or something like that, one of those style videos, and this actually came up, and I thought, who'd have thought it? I haven't played it yet. It has been made by Ubisoft. This is when Ubisoft were decent. They weren't amazing, but they were decent, you know. So I haven't played it yet, but I saw it. Literally, I watched a pickups video. I think a couple of days go by. We go game hunting. I happened to see it. I thought, yeah, I'll pick it up. It was like £1 or something like that, you know. Oh God. My games are sticking together. Oh, it's bloody CX labels. Lord of the Rings, The Battle for Middle-earth 2. So this might be, again, I'm into my strategy games. Yeah, it's a good choice on the Xbox 360, isn't it? Oh, that'd be awesome, actually, wouldn't it? If it's as good as the Halo Wars game, but Lord of the Rings, oh, how cool is that going to be? Yeah, I'm going to get around to playing this game pretty soon. Oh, this is the little sticky. Oh, look at that label. Can you hear that? Yeah, Time Shift. Looks like a first-person shooter. Kind of gives me Crisis vibes looking at it. Again, I haven't played it. I'm made by Sierra. Shout out Sierra. I do remember seeing it was on the magazine covers and stuff like that. So there was a bit of hype around it. Again, I was probably distracted. Probably something else came out that held my attention. Then I thought I'll go back to it, and I never got round to going back to it. And I probably didn't play much. £1 or something like that. A bit disappointed with this game. Tenchu Z. I've watched quite a few playthroughs of the early Tenchu games, 1 and 2, on the PlayStation. But I think I'll probably appreciate this game more if I played the originals. So my plan is, it's not Holy Grail territory yet. I've always thought I had the first Tenchu game, but I haven't got it. I've got the second one for some bizarre reason. So I'm going to play through the series in order. So when I get back into my PlayStation, my PS1 games, playing through them, then I'm going to play Tenchu 1, Tenchu 2, and then get into this. And there was one I have played briefly on the PS2. And there was one on the original Xbox as well, wasn't there? But I don't know, like the tutorial, I wasn't a fan of it at all. But now I've got rediscovering my love for the Xbox 360. Yeah, maybe I'll get back into it, you know. Oh, Tekken 6. A lot of people's favourite Tekken game in the franchise. I pay £2 for this. My go-to is the one I had growing up, is the one on the PlayStation 3. But I saw it for £2. I thought, get it in the collection. I haven't played it yet. It probably plays exactly the same, isn't it? I don't know if there's any exclusive characters or if there's a difference. I have no idea, but there's probably not, is there? But it's Tekken, you know. Sniper Ghost Warrior. Like a good sniper game. What's it? Sniper... Is it Sniper Warrior? What's the one that came out on the PS4? Came out on the PS3 and the PS4. I'm not sure if I even got it. I'm looking up there. I don't know if I've got it. Oh, Sniper Elite. Yeah, Sniper Elite. Sniper Elite 3 and 4, great games. And I think there's a 5 now. They're set in World War II. This is more of a current time or modern or futuristic sniper game. Haven't played it. The thing is with these, right, these sniper games, they were the perfect game pace for when I'm drinking. So I quit drinking. I know, yes, I'm talking about it again. But like, I used to like, right, I'll climb up this cliff, I'll hide in this bush, and I'll look down the lens and just study the patterns of where the Nazis are walking around and stuff like that, right? But then I'll be drinking out of a bottle of wine. Right, okay. And then I just get wasted. But it was just something about the pace. These games are the perfect pace for an alcoholic, I'll say it then. Well, that's how I found it anyway. I don't know, I haven't actually played a sniper game, come to think about it, sober. I'll have to rectify that one day. I like the cover of this, Supreme Commander. Don't know if it's any good, but it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Oh, it does it? It actually looks like a strategy game as well. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put these to one other side. I'll put them somewhere else. Because I'm really the strategy kind of war games. I don't know, it's a genre I'm really enjoying at the moment, you know. Quite a new game to the collection, Shadowrun. Looks okay. Again, a lot of these games, guys, I would have paid 50 pence, pound. I don't know anything about it. Kind of, I've seen it before, but you can say it's a blind buy. I didn't check out reviews or anything like that. So the chances are I didn't pay over £1 for it, you know. So again, you're getting a lot for your money now, aren't we? Awesome Game Alert. Again, the PS3 version is the version I go to. Street Fighter Cross Tekken, baby. Oh, look at that cover. That's a series I need to finish as well. The greatest fighting game cover art of all time. I've stopped updating it. But yeah, we need to get back into that. That's a contender, isn't it? Look at that. Amazing game. Absolute outstanding game if you haven't played that. Speaking of outstanding games, Soul Calibur 4. Or Yoda, the fighting game, as I call it. So in case you didn't know, everybody knows, I suppose. But the PS3 version had Darth Vader. The Xbox 360 came with my boy Yoda. Yoda's a bit broken though, isn't he? I think I'd rather play as Vader, if I'm being honest. Yoda is broken because he's a lot smaller. I swear my opponents are like missing me because I'm so small. They're swinging, and every other character they hit, because I'm so small, it's just completely missing me. And that's how it feels anyway. I don't know if it's technically true. That's how it feels. Good game. It gets a lot of hate. Samurai Showdown Sen. We had the shit cover. Every other part of the world had the amazing cover. This had an outstanding cover art on it everywhere else. And I paid $7.99 from Super Tomato. Shout out Super Tomato in Cardiff. Yeah, I like it. It's Samurai Showdown, but it's 3D. It's very, very funny. I had a whale of a time playing it. Like, you can cut, it's really gory like all the Samurai Showdown games, because it's 3D. I think this is the only one that was 3D. It's extra gory. We can chop your opponent's arm off, for example, and blood will be spurting everywhere, right? But they haven't animated the character facial expressions, so the guy will just be like this, and his arm and there's be blood going every dying, and there's no pain on his face or anything like that. Yeah, I like it. It's for $7.99. Oh my god, take my money, do you know what I mean? But you've got to be a fan, I think, of Samurai Showdown to appreciate it. Command & Conquer Red Alert. So I was in the Xbox 360. I played it. I paid $1.99 for this. I do remember all the cutscenes were like, it was live action, wasn't it? With like quite familiar looking actors. Actresses. I don't know who they really were, but they looked quite familiar. Yeah, so I had a ton of fun with that back in the day. I think I bought this for my birthday last year. Renaissance of Fate. Again, it's made by Sega. And if I remember right, it's an RPG. Yeah, RPG, but with guns. A gun-based RPG game. I thought, oh yeah, that sounds really cool. Haven't got around to playing it yet. How long have we been going for? Gosh, 35 minutes. I don't want to keep you all night, guys. Thanks if anyone's still there. I got a feeling I paid £2 for this game. It is an only on Xbox. Oh, look at this. Only on Xbox 360 and Windows. I never noticed that before. Risen. Still got the label on it. I bought it in good old CEX. I can say that's a blind buy. It looks fantastic. Look at the graphics. Look, dare I say, like a Fable kind of world or something. That's the vibe I get when I look at that. Oh, I haven't played this yet. What have I? I think it was really hard, if I remember right. Rayman Origins. A lot of people say this is a good platform game. It's kind of Xbox 360 onward. I didn't really get into the platform games after this generation. Like, most of my favourite games were platformers, action platformers on the early consoles, you know. But after this, I suppose I just fell off them, you know. And Persona 4 Arena. I've got, my go-to is Ultimax. That's the better version of it. It's an alright fighting game. These games, for some bizarre reason, it's Atlas. They'd always make me want to play the BlazBlue games. I don't know why. I don't know anything about the Persona characters. I tried to play Persona 5 Royal Edition a couple of times. It's not for me. But it's an half-decent fighting game, you know. Okay, guys, okay. Oh my god, we got loads to go. I'm really sorry. Go a bit quicker then. Haven't played it yet. It is an Xbox 360 exclusive, Ninja Blade, but it looks absolutely fantastic. It kind of gives me Ninja Gaiden vibes. NBA Jam Classic Arcade Hoops. Something. Arcadey basketball game. Need to get back into them. Metal Gear Rising. Don't know, I haven't played it. I think I've actually watched a complete playthrough of that, so looks pretty good. Midway Arcade Origins, 30 plus games. So there, and what would I have bought this for? It's just got, oh yeah, Pit Fighter. It's got the good version of Pit Fighter. All the other Pit Fighters were shocking, but the arcade version of Pit Fighter was actually half decent. Okay, what else? Let's have a quick look. Joust, Total Car. Yeah, it's got Rampage and Pit Fighter would have been the two games in there. Oh, and Smash TV. Awesome. The arcade of Smash TV is effing fantastic. Do the next three together to save some time. Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, Bambino. Everyone's heard of them. Currently trying to get into the, what's it called? The Legendary Edition, is it? On the PlayStation 4. This is a good game. Peter Jackson's King Kong. Yes, it's the classics collection. But I enjoyed it. A lot of people, I think the PS2 version was better, mine. This funny thing with this is the first game I ever saw in HD. It was on the demo unit in Game in Llanelli of all places. Shout out Game in Llanelli of all places. And yeah, I was so impressed with the graphics. Tried to play it a year or so ago, and it's all right, you know. I think you had spears and bow and arrows, and hardly any ammunition in your guns and stuff like that. Yeah, I just didn't have the patience for it, you know. Guilty Gear 2. Oh, this is one of the only sealed games I've got in my collection. Okay. Overture, Guilty Gear. Haven't played it, but it is sealed, boys and girls, grannies and aunts. Do the next two to save time. Operation Flashpoint Red River and Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising. I think that one came out first. Then that one. These are, what they call them, military simulation games, is it? They're kind of more like Ghost Recon kind of vibe. So I'm looking forward to getting into them. I remember reading about the first one in the magazines thinking, oh my god, this game looks amazing. Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I don't think I ever finished this one. Skyrim's the one I think I finished. But yeah, this was one of those, you can argue, the early Xbox 360. This was like a system seller. I remember the feeling of you're in the underground, like prison, like in the dungeon, I suppose. And when you come out, you escape, and you open that door, and then the world is stunning. Blue sky, green hills, green grass on the mountains, and it looks so good. That feeling of going from claustrophobic to open world is a really good good experience, you know. I don't think I ever finished that game. I always used to just go, I'll run over there and have a look, and then get killed by some way stronger enemy. Then when I start again, I'll run over there. I just wasn't doing as I was told in it. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I think my go-to was the PlayStation 3 version of this. And yeah, really good, what can I say? Really good racing game, you know. 99 Nights, £2, still got the CX label on it. This was an early Xbox 360. If it under the stick, you can just about see there, only on Xbox 360. If I remember right, this might have been a launch title as well. It's like a Samurai Warriors, Dynasty Warriors kind of vibe game. Very good looking game. Haven't played it yet, though I apologise. Right, let's do the next two. Halo 3. Everyone's played Halo 3. Outstanding first-person shooter. Halo, the Anniversary Edition. Really, really good. I'm happy to have this in the collection, because if I ever got rid of the Xbox One, my go-to to play this game, obviously I've got it on the Xbox. That was the system set. That's why I wanted an Xbox for this game. But this has got you can swap between the modern and the classic graphics instantly. It's got that on there as well. Great games to have in the collection. Have played this. Golden Axe Beast Rider. What a disappointing game. But I got a feeling this might be on the so bad it's good. And I grew up with the Golden Axe games. So, yeah, I saw it out there. I think I've been watching a couple of documentaries about it or something. This is what they call, this was in development hell, that phrase we hear a lot of. And they just put the game out. They said, put it out now, kind of thing. So it was meant to be a selection of characters. Like, one of the best things about Golden Axe was you can select which character you wanted to play as. You choose between the 3 characters. Was it 4? I think it was 3, wasn't it? And then, so they did it with the female character first. Then they were going to add the other characters in, and they said, no, we've run out of money. They got bought out, and they took all the money, their budget, and put it into another game. So they just put the game out unfinished, basically. So yeah, I'm curious. I haven't got good memories of it, but I felt like a £2 or something. I want to get back into it, you know. Right, we'll do the next handful to save some time. So we've got Gears of War. We've got Gears of War 2. So I've got Game of the Year edition. And I've also got the limited edition, the posh version as well. And Gears of War Judgment. Played that within the last 12 months. Played the others an absolute ton. I couldn't finish the first one for some reason. Well, because I suck at the game. But I played the second one, like I said earlier on. I played Gears of War 2. 20 plus times, probably, story mode, the campaign. I used to get stuck on it, but now I know what I'm doing on it. Even now, I probably would kind of remember my way around it. Much better than Gears 5. All these games are better than Gears 5, in my opinion, okay? I couldn't finish that, because it wouldn't hold. I didn't get stuck. I just wasn't interested in playing it anymore. Maybe I'll go back to it, who knows. But this, yeah, I really enjoyed it. Again, I probably picked it up for 50 pence or something. Actually, I remember the YouTube channel was Linda the Gamer Girl. She does like a monthly recap all the games she's beat, and she played this, and I thought, that's it. It's a common game. Next time I go game hunting, it's like 50p. I'll buy it, and yeah, I really did enjoy it. Lost Planet Extreme Edition, another exclusive. I think this is the best. Or was it the second one went too arcadey? I didn't like the direction it went. But yeah, I haven't finished it, but it's quite fresh in the collection again. But yeah, I did play it back in the day. 007 Legends. Very good game. I've got a feeling I've got it on the PlayStation 3 as well. I do remember when I bought this, they put the wrong game in the disc because there's another 007 game as well. So, of course, they're probably in CX, they're next to each other, and the guy just put the wrong freaking game in there. But it was my local CX, so it wasn't the end of the world. So I had to go back and swap that back out. I think this is the one where you play the missions. It's like one mission from all the movies or from selective movies. It's like the best of James Bond, you know. I don't know if I played this though. Kengo Zero. Kind of, I suppose, it's a samurai fighting game basically. I don't want to, it doesn't really look anything like Samurai Showdown. Samurai Showdown is more like the anime kind of graphic-y style. This I think is going for a bit more of a realistic style. It does look kind of like Samurai Showdown Sen, I suppose. Haven't played this. Infinite Undiscovery, made by Square Enix. Another exclusive, Xbox 360. Looks like a Final Fantasy kind of style game, you know? What can you say? Hour of Victory. I bought this. Another exclusive. And I thought, look how good it looks. 50p or a pound, right? Blind Buy, again, 50p or a pound. Take a chance. And most games, in my experience, with the only on Xbox 360 stamp of approval or seal of quality are good games. They definitely were on the Xbox. If it had only on Xbox, there's hardly any bad games for the only on Xbox, in my opinion. But then I saw the reviews and this game was terrible, apparently. It's a buggy mess. So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't played it yet, but apparently it's not the best. Okay, so I got two more Halo games. Halo 3 ODST. Didn't really like this. Is my least favourite Halo game originally, because they were trying something different, weren't they? It was a lot darker. I think it was going for like almost like a creepy kind of vibe. But looking back on it, I think, yeah, I'm gonna give that another go. And Halo 4, I enjoyed it, but it's not a patch on the first three Halo games, is it? Let's be honest, yeah. Another pile, guys. Eternal Sonata. Namco. This was an RPG. I think it's a turn-based RPG. Look how cool that is. I like the artwork, the art style of the game. Again, I do remember, I've never played it, but I do remember this in the magazines. I think it did review really, really well as far as I can remember. So for a couple of quid, get in thy collection. Oh, I did finish this back in... No, I didn't. I couldn't finish this back in the day. Really good looking game. I think it's aged really well. But it's kind of like gameplay. Looking at it, right? It's kind of like... what's that game that came out on the PS4? Oh, it's going to do my head in now. Big selling game. Made Guerrilla Games, is it? Horizon Forbidden West. Those games. Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, those games. It looks like that kind of world. I know it came out way before them. But it plays more like a... It's like the platforming, like in the Drake Uncharted games, in my opinion, okay? There's a lot of quick time events, and on the Xbox, I know my way around the PlayStation controller, right? I'm pretty good on the PlayStation controller. Ricky Jones, love the 360. Good taste, pal, good taste. Welcome to my live stream. But the final boss, if I remember, it's true it was this game, and you got to be really quick with it. But I'm so fucking dumb, right? I would have the controller. I'm like, it'd be like Y or the red, but B. I'd be, oh, which one's that? I'm way too slow. I was never gonna finish it. Okay, but other than that, I had a ton of fun with that game. Earth Defense Force, Insect Armageddon. Don't know if it's a good idea for me to play that because I got arachnophobia. The graphics, they're not that realistic though, are they? You know, so when I bought, whatever ones came out on the PS4, they're the ones I play. Oh, Earth Defense Force 2017. Oh no, Earth Defense Force is Child of Eden. Again, I'm not sure what kind of game, what it is. Again, that was a 50p game. I like the look of it, so I thought get in thy collection. Oh, Doom 3, the BFG edition. So did you know this game came out on the Xbox? Wow, what a great, amazing looking game to come out on that console. And I remember, I didn't have a problem with it, but a lot of my friends had a problem, right? With you couldn't hold a flashlight and a gun, or your gun didn't have a built-in flashlight, but it was part of the experience. So you had to, it was pitch black, okay? It wasn't dark, it was going down these corridors, right? You can hear like a vent being burst open or glass smashing. So then you'd have your torch, you'd see the enemy, you'd have to quickly change to your weapon, to your gun, and then shoot. And I like that mechanic, but in this one they've addressed it. I'm not sure if it's an option you can turn on or off. I turn it off, I would, because I really did enjoy that. But a lot of people goes, oh, in the future, guns wouldn't have lights in them, or they couldn't figure out to hold the light and the gun at the same time, or something like that. Oh, you're overthinking it. And normally I'm the one that overthinks things, you know. But yeah, that's the I suppose the better version, the definitive version, let's say, to have in that. I think I had two of these. Oh no, this one, Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Alright game. It's not my favourite Ghost Recon. I think I like where their franchise has gone more recently. Yeah, it's a nice game. Nice squad-based first-person shooter. Haven't played this yet. Fist of the North Star. Got my eyes are funny now because that light. Oh, Ken's Rage. Can't see because I need glasses basically. I'm blaming my light. Yeah, haven't played that yet, but these games are meant to be really good fun. This might be up there with one of the most expensive games in my collection, perhaps. I know it's not the cheapest game. It's not like a £1 game or something like that. Forza Horizon. Is it this one or this Forza Horizon 2 that came out on the Xbox One? That's my favourite. It might actually be this one. There's almost a story to it, you know. And my favourite thing about, yes, I'm cheating with the Forza Horizon games, is I think it's Y, you can rewind. So you can have an amazing lap, and then you make a stupid crash. Then you go from first, miles ahead in first, to fourth, and the finish line's just there. But then you can just hold rewind, so hold Y, and it goes back, take your finger off, and it goes instant gameplay. What a great mechanic. Yes, it's cheating. You do get punished because you don't win quite as much money. The end, if you use that button, or the more you use it, the less you win, kind of thing. But rather than that, than come fucking fourth or something like that in the race, you know. Forza Motorsport 4. I think this actually as well was one that my brother gave me when I had the console. Yeah, can't fault these games. I'll do the next three at the same time to save time. So I got Fable, the Anniversary, Fable 2, and Fable 3. And if anyone's wondering what my favourite is, it's probably that one's my favourite. That came out on the Xbox. Probably Fable 3, then Fable 2. But a lot of people say Fable 2 is their favourite. Really good, really good games. I love the fact that, I think it's Fable 3, got a dog, and he kind of resembles my dog, Rossi. I don't know where he is. He was up here. Rossi! Right, boy. Right, we got one more stack to get through. He must be sleeping. We haven't long got him from... Well, I say long. We've been going for nearly an hour. Sorry, guys. Divinity 2, The Dragon's Knight Saga. Looks like... what's it called? Number 2's just come out now. Capcom game. Oh, what's it called? What's that game that's come out literally just now with Capcom? Dragon's Dogma 2. It gives me Dragon's Dogma 1 vibes, you know. We'll do... Oh, Devil May Cry 4. Was my favourite Devil May Cry game. But Devil May Cry 5 is where it's at, guys. Really good games. Dead or Alive 5. Dead or Alive 4. 4 is the better game in my humble opinion. It might even look better in my humble opinion. But Dead or Alive 5, I've got it on the PS4 as well. So that version looks better than both of these. But I think my favourite Dead or Alive game is either 2 or 4, I think. I need to get back into those games, don't I? Let's grab another pile. I got to put all these back as well in alphabetical order. Pray for Tony. The Darkness 2. Haven't played this one, but the first one was outstanding fun. Oh, I got a comment. Sorry, the Angry Moose. Didn't see you there. Hello there. Hope all is good. You don't have to rush through your collection videos. I always enjoy listening to your thoughts and stories about each of your games. Oh, I'll slow it down. Nice and relaxed. There we are, yeah. If anyone's going to cry it's Angry Moose. Send all your complaints to angrymoose.com. No, I just don't want to talk too long. So I don't want to bore you. But if you want me to go through, yeah, okay. We'll slow it down. I don't mind. I think it's limited edition, this version as well. But yeah, the Darkness game, if you see them out there, I don't know if you need to play the first one before you play this one. But it's quite a cool story as well. But it's like you're playing as like the bad guy. No, you're not. You're taking out like the mafia kind of thing. You are a bad guy, but you're killing other bad guys. They double-crossed you and left you for dead kind of thing. You make a deal with the devil, let's say, and you're like, it's a first-person shooter, and you got these like demon powers as well. I just remember having so much fun with it. I think I played it on the Xbox 360, but I think I've got the first one on the PlayStation 3. The thing is with these consoles, a lot of them came out on both, you know, and it wasn't a big difference because the consoles were relatively the same power-wise, weren't they? I don't actually know what the most powerful console was out of it. Anti-hero. Yes, thank you, Enzo James. You're an anti-hero. I had a ton of fun with it, so I'm looking forward to... I really have rediscovered my love for the Xbox 360, you know. And I got no excuse. It's linked up. It's on my spare telly. It's just there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I played 2 Xbox 360 games in the last week. So yeah, I'm going to really focus now on at least 1 or 2 Xbox games every single week going forward. Well, that's the plan anyway. Darksiders 2 Death Riders Pack. I had a lot of fun with the first one. Yeah, so if it's anything like the first one, happy days, okay? God, I played the first one. Flip, I was living in Bridgend. I had it when it first came out. Crackdown 2. Again, I haven't played it. As you can see, I didn't play a lot for it. This would have been in that sticker. It's mad, I know where I bought it just by looking at the sticker. That would have been Retribution in Llanelli. Shout out Retribution in Llanelli. I always take advantage of the 3 for £5. You can't go wrong. 3 games for £5. It's not always. It's not like you can mix a match between consoles. That's what I'm trying to say, you know. Have you tried Condemned? Criminal Origins. Yes, I have. Condemned was one of the games. No, I got Condemned on... Condemned 2 I've got on the PlayStation 3. I don't think I ever had Condemned on the Xbox 360. What a great game. That was one of the first games I had when I bought a PS3. I think it might even come with the PS3 in a bundle deal or something like that, you know. But yeah, for 3 for £5 for Crackdown 2. I'm not sure how many of them there were in the franchise, you know. But yeah, I like the look of it anyway. Yeah, great game launch title. Tidy. Yeah, Ricky Jones, live more places than games in your collection. Not far off, mate. I think I did say before, I'll have to write down all the places I've lived. I'm not a gypsy, okay? But maybe I got like traveller blood in my system or something like that, you know. It's a really cool slip-on cover. The Call of Jerez, The Cartel. I still haven't played it, guys. I quite like the look of it. It looks really good. I got no idea what game, what kind. I know it's a shooting game. I don't know what to expect, you know. So I'd be going in completely blind. I hear people talking fondly of the Call of Jerez games anyway, you know. Right, another stack here, guys. Oh, Castlevania, Lords of Shadow. The mistake I've made with this, I said earlier on, is I struggle with quick time events on this system. I've got it as well. I'm pretty sure I've got it. Or needs... Yeah, it's right there. I've got it on the PlayStation 3 as well. So it's quite heavy on the quick time events. So, yeah, there's no point in me having this game on the Xbox. I think I had it on the Xbox 360 first. Then thought I need to get it on the PS3, so that's what I've done. If it's worth trading in, I'll just get it gone, you know. But I don't think it's worth quite a bit of money, so it's no point. If I give me 20 pence trading, I'd rather stay on my shelf for the sake of 20 pence. Now, this is one of the original games I had from many moons ago, okay? Call of Duty 3. So I think that's Game Station. It might be Game. I'm not sure. Does anyone know? That might be Game. Who remembers Game Station here in the UK? So I had it in obviously 2 for 20. Again, I was all about the first person shooter, this kind of genre. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. It's very bright now. I think we just put up with a lot of the bugs. Things like, not game breaking bugs like we seem to get today, but like you shoot a guy and he'll be floating, like hovering dead above the floor or something like that. Or there'd be a wall and you knew there was enemies the other side of the wall because you can see their guns through the wall. You're like, okay, there's enemies round the corner. You just have to, I notice it more now, but maybe back in the day I didn't notice any of that stuff, or I didn't think anything was wrong with that kind of stuff, you know. Zombies introduced in that one. Or in Call of Duty 3, is it? Wasn't really a big fan of that, believe it or not. Oh, I bought this. It's almost 2 years ago, I think I bought this. Capcom Digital Collection. And it's got one of the best versions, Super Street Fighter 2. The HD remix is on there. That's why I wanted it, okay? But it's also got... Puzzle Fighter 2 is in there. Final Fight. Yeah, it's quite a good mix. But the reason I bought it was for that game right there, Super Street Fighter 2 HD remix. Looks fantastic. Don't know if that was an exclusive, but it just popped up in my local CX. I think I bought that when I went to Comic-Con in Swansea the first year. And we just called in CX. We weren't that long in there in Comic-Con, and on the way back I knew I was picking that up unless someone beat me to it, you know. Next, we'll do the next two together. So I got BlazBlue Continuum Shift and Calamity Trigger. Doesn't that look like a fighting game? A shooting game. It's probably one of the worst covers for a fighting game I've ever seen, you know. Decent games, not amazing games. Yeah, I am actually a fan. I'm being too harsh. Yeah, good games, very good games actually. BlazBlue games, you know. I feel like you're anime fighters. This is the game that gave me my first ever experience of the Red Ring of Death, Blue Dragon. I think it's 2 discs, or might even be 3 discs. Yeah, 3 discs. I was on the second disc. Red Ring of Death. Oh, you know. It's like to start again then, isn't it? Because it was built, the whole Xbox had to go back, you know. So I tried to play it again a couple of years later, and I couldn't get into it as much as I did back in the day. The thing is, it's the problem, I suppose, if you pay £1 for a game, it doesn't hold as much value, in my opinion, as when you paid £40 for the game years ago. You want to play a lot more because you want your £40 worth. Now it's £1. You don't feel so bad. Oh, I'll play it for 5 or 6 hours. There, I've had my money's worth, kind of thing. Does anyone else feel that? I know it's a bad way to look at it. Only on some games, you know. That's how I feel, okay? But whenever I see Blue Dragon, if anyone talks to me, have you played Blue Dragon? I always think of that time with Red Ring of Death. Jesus Christ. Let's do another pile. We're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. Yeah, I wonder why I bought this. Blades. Check her out. I think I bought this in Newport CX. Shout out Newport CEX. It was £2-3, something like that. I want to say I played for it. I have no idea if it's any good. It was what we call a blind buy. Binary Domain. I've heard good things about it. Oh, Sega, so it probably is an half decent game, isn't it? But haven't played it yet. Sorry. I hear you, Enzo, James. Blades, don't remember that one. Not sure if it was released in the States. Oh, you're from the States. Yeah, I don't know. It's South Peak Games is the game developer. I really don't know. Bionic Commando. Now, I think this is like a 7 out of 10 kind of game back in the day. But I was talking to a friend in work in one of my many jobs I've had. And he was saying he picked it up for like £1 or something. This was his childhood. And we've all got those games that we played when we were a kid. As I'm older, my childhood was on the Sega Master System and the Super Nintendo, okay? And so obviously this person I was talking to, he was saying this is his childhood and he loved this game and he couldn't believe how cheap it was. I was trying to convince him to get into retro game collecting, you know. So he was saying how good it was. So I saw it for a couple of quid. So I thought, get in thy collection. Now this underrated game, hidden gem maybe, Brutal Legends. I think it's a very expensive game as far as like the game development, and they spent a lot of money on it because they had like that guy's voiced by Jack Black, if I remember right, and there's other characters like Ozzy Osbourne voices some characters. Is it Lemmy from Motorhead? He voiced characters. So there's like all these rock legends, heavy metal legends. These characters are based on them, but they're actually voiced by the people they're based on, if that makes any sense. I started on the Sega Genesis 1991. 90s kid. Nice one, dude. It's hard to know. It's kind of a open world to an extent, but it's got like it's a strategy battle game as well. But I think I need to go back to this because I had this when it first came out, and yes, I think it reviewed okay, but I think a lot of people slept on it, kind of thing. But because I didn't really understand what a strategy game was, I didn't know what the hell I was doing in the battles. I was okay when the game was holding my hand in like the tutorial battles and things. I thought this is really good, but then when they stop holding your hand, I was like, well, what do I do? How do I stop that guy from destroying my base, kind of thing? But yeah, I do remember it being a good fun game. So. And again, if you like your rock music, there's a lot of cameos, let's say, in it, okay? Great game. Bayonetta. I'm not sure if I got Bayonetta 2. I think that came out on... Was it the Wii U? Or did it come out on the... I think I've got this on a double dip. I got it on the PlayStation 3. If you're half a fan of Devil May Cry, you're going to be half a fan of this. This is great. Over the top. Super fast, super stylish, action, fighting. It's really out there, you know, over the, like some of the boss battles and stuff are ginormous. It's a ton of fun, the Bayonetta game. I think there's a remaster collection on the Switch. These are the kind of games, and Bayonetta 3 I think is a Switch exclusive, okay? Unfortunately, I haven't got a Switch, okay? But yeah, if I get a Switch, that'll be one of the first games I'll be picking up when I get one, okay? Battlefield 3 Limited Edition. I think I got... I do remember this, right? I bought this the day it came out, but didn't it come out on the PlayStation 4 as well? I'm not 100% sure. But I naively assumed, I saw Battlefield 3, I assumed it was the sequel to Battlefield 2 Bad Company. So, because if you played that game, that's by far by a country mile my favourite, and in my opinion, the best Battlefield game. But then it ends on such a cliffhanger where you land back in the United States and it's like, okay, now it's time to take the battle to the next level kind of thing against the evil Russians or whatever, yeah? But then what's happened to that franchise? So I thought, oh, great, Battlefield 3. And then I was like, I don't know any of these characters. You just go completely over my head. It's an alright game, but I just got that, can't get over that disappointment. It wasn't what I was expecting. Because I more than anything, Bad Company 2 is an amazing story, isn't it? It's a great game as well, great looking game, really good fun. Every level is different. Every mission seems to be set in a different part of the world. But it's the story I wanted to continue with, you know. I'm saying about Battlefield. So Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. Again, I picked this up for a 50p or a pound, something like that. I haven't played it yet, so I can't say much more about it. So probably going to be quite hit or miss if I'm being totally honest. Right, last pile, guys. Last pile. Warhammer Battle March. Is it another strategy game? I think it might be, you know. So that's the cover. Really cool looking cover, isn't it? It's quite dark, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Can't say much more because I don't know. I think this, if you're still there, Ricky, you bought me this, didn't you? Batman Arkham Asylum. Yes, I had it. I think I did play it on the Xbox 360. And the good thing with this, right, one of the many places I've lived, when I was living in Cheltenham, I was working for Currys, and it was a lot of people. I'm talking about 12 to 15 of us, all gamers, and we all had very similar tastes in games. And I was the assistant manager, right? And I remember if the store manager wasn't there, I remember the amount of briefings I'd take. I would do my job like, right, this is how much our target is today, guys. Really quickly, this is how much we did yesterday. These are the things we need to focus on. Right, now who played Batman last night? Kind of thing. It was this game and Call of Duty 2 and a couple of other games. But this is one of the games. And you had to play it every night because we'd be talking about it the next day. So if you didn't play it last night, there'd just be spoilers. Everyone would be talking, oh, Assassin's Creed 2, is it? Assassin's Creed 2. When one of the boys says, oh, I got the gun. I think, well, I haven't got a gun because I didn't play it one night, so I learnt the hard way. I thought all the boys were winding me up. Ricky Jones, yeah, I think I gifted it to you. Yes, thank you very much, Ricky. What a great game. This does hold up as well. I've played it. I haven't played it since I've had this house. I played it within the last 5 years, you know. Probably when I first started getting back into my retro game collecting. So I'm pretty sure I've got it on the PlayStation 3 as well. I'm not a fan of Batman as a character, but this game is fantastic. I love the character designs of all the villains and stuff like that. It's such a great... You think it's only on this small island, but like as you progress, you learn new abilities, and it does open up the world, you know. So it is a big open world kind of game. It's my favourite in the series, put it that way. I did like the other ones, but this is where it's at for me, the original and the best, you know. Superheroes played out here in the States. What do you mean? So, was I talking? What, it wasn't called that in the States. Are we talking about the same game now? Oh, wow, I did not know that. But over here is Batman Arkham Asylum. Amped, another only on Xbox game. Or Overdone, I mean. Ah, right, yeah, I see what you mean. Snowboarding game. I think my favourite snowboarding game, I got good memories. First ever game I played on the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, was the Cool Boarders. And I've always had a soft spot for the fast-paced snowboarding games, you know. I think one came out, Amped 1 and 2 came out on the Xbox. I I think I did play that back in the day, but again, I didn't pay much for it. This might be one of my most expensive games, actually, in my collection. And I remember buying this in Super Tomato in Cardiff. Shout out Super Tomato in Cardiff. A Kai Katana. It's I suppose I haven't got more. It's a shmup, and it's a very good shmup, this is, guys. Really good fun. Arcade. It makes you just feel like you're in the arcade. You can play this with a control pad or with a fight stick if you've got one, okay? Really good soundtrack, over the top. And it's really crisp graphics as well. Again, you it looks more like an RPG looking at the cover, doesn't it? But I don't know if you can see the gameplay there. If you see that out there, guys, I strongly recommend it. I've got a feeling it might be on the PlayStation Store as well, so that might be the cheaper option to go for. But yeah, I really am happy to have that game in my collection. Another exclusive, only on Xbox 360 game, Alan Wake. Still haven't played it. I'm not interested in the remastered it or something, because this game looks fantastic. I do remember there's quite a lot of hype around this game back in the day. One of the things was, or someone told me, if you like your Stephen King novels, which I like most of the Stephen King novels that I've read, they said you're gonna love this game. So maybe I'll save this for Halloween this year. I want to play a horror game for Halloween, you know, so maybe I'll play it there. Anyone played it? Is it any good? Alice Madness Returns. Well, this is a good example of me buying a game based on a YouTube Holy Grails, Hidden Gems, or Pickups video. Yeah, I can't remember the YouTuber that recommended it, but I saw gameplay. If I picked that up in the shop, basically, I would have gone, oh, I don't know about this. It looks interesting on the back, but based on the cover, I probably wouldn't. But watching the gameplay, it looks really, really good. I think this is quite collectible as well. I might have it on the PS3 as well. Or maybe not. No, I haven't got it on the PS3, sorry. But yeah, it does look like a good like 3D platformer it's more of a darker, like she's got a bloody butcher's knife in her hand with blood on it, you know what I mean? So it ain't for kids, and it's a 15, you know. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to getting stuck into that. Armored Core 4 Answer. There's a new Armored Core, came out at the end of last year, didn't it? I'm waiting for that to go on sale. I don't think I've played an Armored Core game, unfortunately. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm all about the mechs and stuff like that. And the last game, kind of going in backwards alphabetical order, is Afro Samurai. I haven't watched the anime yet. I've got it in my collection. I've got no excuse why I haven't watched it. I think it's voiced by Samuel L. Jackson, isn't it? Or am I making that up? I don't know if he's voiced the game. It'd be really cool if he has, isn't it? But yeah, I really like the look of that. I might have actually watched a playthrough on that, or maybe one of the YouTube channels I'm subscribed to, they might have live streamed it and I just dropped in or something. And that's the game they were playing, you know? So that is, what did I say? 106 games. I don't know what I need to add to the collection. If anyone's watched the video all the way through, let me know in the comments what you read, what's missing. Do you know what I mean? But the chances are I've got the game on the PlayStation 3, because I've got a lot more PlayStation 3 games than Xbox 360 games, because that's where most of my nostalgia is, you know. But I don't think there's many games out there that I need to add to the collection. No Holy Grail. I couldn't tell you. Most of the games I've got my eye on, or I've already got, I already own, you know. I can't see me adding many more. Well, I added 26 in the last 12 months games to my Xbox 360 collection. Maybe I'll add more. I don't know. Okay. Make sure the comments. Ricky Jones, Enzo, what's your best game out in the US at the moment? Wish I could tell you, mate. Helldiver Sis, very popular. Oh hell yeah, that looks decent actually, doesn't it? It's a multiplayer game though, isn't it? Yeah, guys, that is my entire Xbox 360 collection. Yeah, what a great console, isn't it? And I think it was the Red Ring of Death was the original Xboxes, isn't it? So they're the ones I'd stay away from. I never had a problem with my Xbox 360, the Elite. I'm not sure which one I've got now. It's the black one. I think it might be the Elite I've got now. Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know. You think I'd know? I think it is the Elite I've got now. So the newer ones tend to be more reliable, don't they? There you go, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. We talked for, oh my gosh, 80 minutes. My imaginary friend Chris. What is occurring, my imaginary friend Chris? I did see a text come through with Lux then, but I was live, so I couldn't respond. Something about Godzilla. Yeah, thank you guys. I really enjoyed that. I'll message you in a sec, Chris. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.